Don't forget to record.
Hi. Oh fuck, the camera's fucking better. Anyway, hi there. Welcome back to Chronicle. Last session. I'm not quite sure what the fuck's happening.
We
Anyway,
split the episodes in half.
we
For
split.
YouTube, this is the second episode for the week. For us, this is just like 10 minutes later.
Anyway, yeah. Thanks for sticking with us and our viewers on Twitch if you're watching. Yes. So fuck, it's fucking with my
You're
head.
doing
Last
so
moment to
good.
go.
You're doing so good, bud.
Anyway, before the break, that's much easier. Before the break, our party made it through wind and rain, encountering a mystical, magical merchant, Merv, and have now arrived in Tall Hill, standing just inside the threshold of the Temple of Avion, as this beautiful classical music fills your mind. And you guys hear in your minds,
Our minds.
I'm coming now! Just hold on a second, I'm just putting some stuff away!
Hey, whoever the fuck is in here, can you get out? I have enough voices in my head as is.
Do I hear this?
You all hear the voice in your head.
No, do I
You hear
hear
the
what
mo-
Zeph said?
I say it out loud.
Yeah, you hear it.
Oh, I try to mutter it under my breath, but I'm not being quiet about it.
I'm very sorry I cannot speak with my mouth. You will see by the second as you watch as a figure garbed in white robes with a symbol of Avion around his neck, distinct from the townsfolk because of his blue skin, large red eyes with no pupils, bulbous head with a large scar cutting across it, causing a notable indent, with a set of tentacles covering his face, hiding a little beak.
Wait, what the fuck, dude?
Hello, I'm Uther. I'm the town's librarian slash cleric of Avion. How can I help?
Tentacle blue man.
Eccleshay is questioning, what the fuck are you? Sorry, I should not swear. It is a temple. What are you?
Fair question. Lots of visitors don't understand me. Many people have a bad reputation amongst your people. Do you hear from we are to cause mind flares. But I am separated from my people, so I do not eat people's brains like they do.
What do I know about mind flayers? Even knowing.
Religion check.
Oh, is this in time?
That is a
Is it
1
not in time?
minus 1. That is a 0.
You remember something about the start of time and something about mind flayers and empire, and then you kind of hear these kind of voices. Fucking stupid. It's in your head.
Shut the fuck up! Who said that? I'm just gonna wander off for a minute. I'm gonna go behind a bookshelf and be like,
Is he alright?
No.
I know you're in here. Come
Very
on.
sorry to interrupt you. I'm sure you were doing something very important.
Oh, it's just
don't
redo it.
mind him. He's just having a bad day. We were here to inquire about Shams. You had something you wished to say, was it?
The guards at the door said you could help me maybe find someone. I was wondering if you've seen any grung pass through here.
Oh, they're very rare. I've seen maybe two on their way to the crossroads. Do you have anything else that could help?
Oh, she's it's kind of the color of sand, with a lighter stomach and
Do you have a name?
Anissa.
Yes. Give me a second. And he kind of goes like this, notebook, and kind of flicks through. He's she was probably the most friendly to me, huh? I remember she came through long time ago now. What, maybe 2 years ago?
You've seen her.
A very long time ago. I'm afraid she was headed to the crossroads. From there, she could have gone anywhere.
Do you have a picture? I know it's a stretch, but I'm just
No.
asking. Okay, cool.
Would you happen to know? You say she's going to the crossroads. Do you know how long ago she was set to go there, or
Uh,
perhaps
years ago
Did
now.
she give you a reason, maybe, why she was there, or no?
No, I'm just a researcher, really. I talk a bit to the head temple bit, but I just help people learn things that they need, so they get going.
Can I roll an insight check on this guy?
Sure.
Let's see.
I come
Just
back
in the
and
middle of the-
Alright, there's no one else here, guys. It's all good.
20. Not natural.
Yeah, he's telling the truth. He's just a researcher. He's just
There's nothing off about this guy.
nothing.
Okay.
He just seems like a really nice person.
Okay.
You see Shams kind of breaking into tears.
Aww. Hey, buddy, what's the matter? Hey. Do I pat your belly? Is that offensive?
It's a little bit weird.
Do I pat your head? How do I comfort you right now?
I can't believe she's alive.
Just gonna pat your head.
I did not mean to. Okay, no, yeah, I cannot believe. Sorry, no, continue.
Well, do you happen to know what kind of condition she was in? Was she...
2 years ago.
Oh.
was,
He was,
was she... Did she
just-
look healthy and well?
I'm afraid it was a long time ago. It was a pretty quick thing. She was looking for some research about Grung villages.
Did
Right.
she say which specific village or no?
No, she was very vague with the details. Said that it's better I didn't know.
Were you able to provide her with any information that
I
she was...
gave her the books that we have here, but I'm afraid we don't have a lot. It is a small town.
Well, that is perfect. Would you be able to give us the same books that you gave to her or no?
Yeah, sure. And then you watch as like he kind of shuffles away. There's like a little tentacle figure, and like you hear that classical music kind of like gets louder and quieter as he kind of goes about, and he kind of comes back and he brings back 8 or 9 books.
Jesus.
Just like
Perfect.
these thick tomes, and just slams them
Thank you.
down.
Do we owe you anything for these, or are we free to...
You
To
can't.
read them,
you,
or-
you can read them, but you cannot take them. You have.
So we have to read them here?
Yeah.
Are they thick books? Like, like their terms? Do you know which one she happened to spend the most time on?
I'm afraid I didn't pay too much attention. I have very busy. I take.
Of course.
I'm in charge of educating kids and stuff in the village. I teach them to read, so I'm busy with that most of the day. I'm more than happy to help people research and find materials, but I can't really do a lot.
Well, if we were inquiring about specific information about the Grung villages, is there one book in particular that you would point us to here as being the most important that we should look at, or no?
From her kind of physique, and he kind of like scrolls his like this kind of clawed finger down and be like stops like that. This one here details historical ones within the Neanderthal Empire, which is I believe where she was from. But
The Neandrian Empire?
yeah.
That sounds like her.
From my house.
Hey, Shams, buddy, is this like an old friend of yours, long lost, or something like that?
I guess you could say that.
Yeah. Oh, have you been looking for them for a while?
Oh, I've
Obviously, it's been a couple years.
been looking for her since I got here, really.
When did you get here?
How long have I...
You just got off the boat. You've literally like you arrived in Samuel and then you were heading to the crossroads.
Oh, that's... yeah.
Because that's kind of where you heard would be like it's the big city.
Well, not really that long. I only got here on a boat a few days ago.
Ah, so you're new. Oh, you said you're from the where? The Nayara, the Ning, no.
The Neandrian Empire.
Neandrian, that's the one. Never been. Oh, I'm sure it's lovely.
It's not a very nice place.
No? Why? What's wrong with it?
The locals are all...
Who can get to the empire? Very they're not good people. They are slavers. It is a bad place.
Oh.
It is a bad place.
Hey, Shams, buddy. I said this in the nicest of way. If there's someone you really want dead there, or if there's someone you really don't like, I'll get them for you, alright?
I don't think we should be speaking about this here.
No, that's fine. Hey, they're slavers. They're bad people. Hey,
While
I
our
got
brothers are in chains, we are all in chains.
Shams, I got your back. You just pointed someone.
I'm
I'll be
not,
there to back you up.
I'm not arguing that we shouldn't perhaps do some things that might be illegal, but I don't think we should talk about them in a temple.
Oh, right.
In front of polite company.
Yeah, religion. Yeah, what up? Yeah, cool. Hey, Priestley. person.
Ultha.
What was
yeah.
that?
Ultha.
Ultha.
name
That's
was-
right, yes.
Oh, sorry, the voices. Look,
My
hey,
name
we
is
we were in a caravan group a little while ago, and we all got knocked out, and we ended up in this abandoned temple of your god. Kind of like, and I describe as best I can where we came from. Like, do you know anything about that?
You watch his brow like furrows for a second, and then he kind of, his eyes kind of widen, and then like dash off like a random shelf, and kind of pulls out this kind of book and flicks through. You found out the lost temple, lost what the hills?
Yeah.
Ooh, where is it?
I will.
It has been lost for decades. More than decades. It would have been lost around the fall of Orangia. It's millennia old. What kind of, was there any materials that survived it? Books,
There was.
scrolls?
There was. And I take out this scroll case that I procured, and I'm like, there were some books that we kind of traded for some stuff, and then there was.
You traded priceless artifacts of the past for.
They weren't that.
And
Nah,
then I
nah,
quickly
nah.
pull out my spice bag and say, "We got a spice bag."
He's like, I mean, to be fair, you did find it first.
Hey, if it makes you feel any better, it was just a bunch of like spelly mumbo jumbo. So not
Don't we have one more?
Exactly. No, I sold them both. But I do have this scroll case, and I'm like, oh, there was this fancy looking thing, and I'll show it to him.
History is of little use to those who are hungry.
What?
He's got.
Oh, dear, one of those type. Oh, I've got a section for you. It is down there, 3 shelves up.
Excellent.
You like find all these like, you find all these like books. They kind of like these. They're really thick, and when you like kind of read through them, they have mastered the art of saying very little with a lot of words. They are long, boring, and flowery, like full of flowery language.
I hate them.
It's
Says
just War and Pace.
It's
basically-
actually Pride and Prejudice.
It's basically this one. It's basically this one book, and then there's like
It's the.
there's like 6 or 5, like 5 or 6 different interpretations of that book, of like different people's opinions on it, and somehow all of their books on their opinions of this one are longer.
Oh my god.
Ah, the what? The what of our society. Anyhow.
Is that thing worth anything to you?
I mean, it's worth anything to a spellcaster. It is the spell of fabricate. It's quite helpful. I
Right.
do not. The church takes donations, but I do not buy them. If you want money for it. If you have any like books or something, I would love for them for the collection. But
No,
the magic scroll is cool, but
Okay. Well. But yeah, this temple was like full of like weird fungi. Because, like, we were in this caravan, right, and then this mysterious, like, gas cloud came over us and just knocked us out. Like, we were dark, dead cold, and we all woke up in a prison cell.
Zeph. You are explaining a lot again.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
what was the temple being used for? Is it desecrated? Must we now go? Must we
It
send?
was definitely desecrated.
Unless
Unless you want the nitty-gritty details, that's all I'll say.
And then you watch as he kind of like focuses in. He says like a few kind of magic words, and then kind of snaps his fingers. It's like, I have sent a message to the head judge. They will send someone to clean it.
I would tell them to be a little careful. That's all I'll say.
I assure you, the paladins they will send will be very cautious.
But yeah, do you know of any? Is there a book in here that maybe talks about magic or like a powerful gas or poison that can knock out a whole caravan? Because we were all out, right? And then we found our caravan, and it was mysteriously just like left as is, like cleaned up perfectly, and everybody else was gone. Only us were in the temple. Only us like found the caravan.
It sounds like the disappearances that Miss Tansworth was talking about. Farmers disappearing basically without a trace.
Oh, no. Okay.
I'm
saying that to you, not the.
I don't. I don't. I'm afraid I'm not too well versed in it. I'm very focused on what is going on around with this kind of running this temple.
Well, do you know where we might find this captain then?
She would be going to bed about now. Your best shot will be at the morning. She lives at a house that like kind of points out the window at this kind of like small cottage with like a shed with like weapon racks in it and stuff. Just she lives there with the barracks.
Perfect. Well, I think we'll have a. Well, I can't speak for everyone, but maybe we'll have a chat with her in the morning and solve this missing person case and the mystery of why we're all put in a temple and not killed.
Just because I know this, I wish to know all this about the temple because it is very lost. It would have a lot of very rare books in it. How many of those books were surviving? But like there are a lot of
Oh, sorry, buddy. Not like next to nothing.
no books.
Oh, there were bookshelves and very old, rotten, worn-out books. If you got it, maybe you're more lucky than me, but I didn't find a lot. I found the scroll and 2 books, and I sold them.
Got 4 books.
I only got 2.
There's
So we had
4,
3.
2 spell books and then 2 normal books.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on. Let me check.
While
Wait,
this is
let me
going
check-
on,
check my
can I be
inventory.
flicking through some of the books that he gave us that
Oh, yeah.
Anissa was going through? Is that okay?
Yeah,
Is that-
sure.
Okay.
Well, hang on.
I can't read.
I know, I figured.
Oh, hang on. These mean anything to you?
He like picks one up and then looks at. Oh, this is very rare.
Sorry to be a dumb
They only have them at.
That's
They,
accurate, though.
they only have copies of this one at the main temple in Vergath. They don't exist anywhere else. Very, very rare. These are copies, but exceptionally rare. I'm more than willing to pay for them.
How much per book, my guy? My favorite blue person other than me. I'm blue.
Favorite blue person other than me.
Yeah, man. I love myself.
Uh,
You can't love others if you can't love yourself first.
That's
I
not
don't
true at
know.
all.
I will give you 100 gold for the 2 of
I
them.
love the positivity though. It's a
man.
bit toxic, but you know.
Thank you for toxic vibes. 100 gold.
I'll give you 100 gold for each of them.
Oh my god, it's taking so long.
I will
But
give
come
you-
on, hey, because we had to like. Oh, did I forget to mention that we fought these like terrifying one-eyeballed monsters that were trying to kill us and like kind of like nearly ripped out my lungs and stuff? I would say maybe a little bit more because we
I
kind of
think
really risked
I-
our lives. Just
I
saying.
think I am being exceptionally generous considering these ancient books you have transported in a backpack with no protection.
They're fine.
He like touches like the corner of the page and just kind of crumbles.
I'll take the money.
He like puts them, gonna cast like a spell on them, like repairing them back to condition.
Oh,
And just walks off.
Should have used the book. Should have used the stone.
And then walks off with the 2 books and then kind of files them away on bookshelves.
What if it just like ripped the book?
Get through all.
Cleansing the knowledge.
Just
They're
looking at
actually
you.
made of dirt.
So 100 gold. I will put that. Yeah.
Have you
Like
picked
my
your,
wife.
have you picked your lawful evil rogue as your
Dirt
banker?
that's all.
You there, someone well known for theft. You'll be the bank manager.
Hey, you know you can trust me with money. I will hold on to it for now. I'll distribute it later.
How much money?
We have 100 gold.
Don't we have 100 per book?
No, 50 per book.
Okay, never mind.
That's
100
what I
total.
was trying. That's what I was going to try to do, but yeah, the fair point. Cool, 100 gold. Well, yeah. So watch out for these weird one eyeball monsters. They kind of like look at you funny with their one weird eye, and then they kind of like make you feel all rotten and gooey on the inside. And
Was it? Does it have like spikes out of their back?
yeah.
Nautics. Very
Oh, what?
nasty. They're called nautics. It means they found something
right.
very, very forbidden. Something the gods would have forbidden themselves.
Oh, that's right.
This-
Eccleshare, you told me about
This
that.
knowledge, it would have turned them into some monsters. It strips them of their humanity.
Because books are bad and books will make you smart, but they'll also turn you into monsters.
No, forbidden research. You do not research certain topics.
Why?
Because you will turn into that.
How do you know? Where's the
Yeah,
line?
what's the topic?
Yeah, what's the line? How much can I
Typically-
read before I like evolve into a Nothic?
Typically,
How
you
babies were
know
made.
you are researching the forbidden knowledge because nobody knows the knowledge except those looking for the forbidden.
So you don't know the forbidden knowledge?
He just shakes his head. You watch like a tentacles kind of wiggle.
Sounds like someone doesn't really know.
Well, worth a shot.
I mean, you don't know either.
Well,
The
exactly is
gods
the
have
point.
forbidden knowledge of them. Avion, the god of knowledge, has forbidden it.
It is beyond.
Damn, when your god hard locks you out like that, then that means some serious shit.
Class
Oh, yeah, it
Rider.
turns you into a monster.
Kinda makes me want to know it a little bit more though. But I'm not gonna, because I don't want to be a one-eyeballed freak.
What?
One-eyeballed freak.
Okay.
What?
And what's wrong with people with one eyeball?
Yeah.
Those things.
There are humans with one eyeball.
Lucky, out
Sometimes.
of interest.
Mhm.
No, I have a
You
debate
said there
video
were
about
like
it.
8 or 9 books in this stack. Are they all just kind of on the same thing, like the Neanderthal
They're all
Empire and-
similar. There's a lot on the Ancient Empire being where like the bulk of the villages were, but there's a couple on migratory patterns and stuff like that of Grung, and then like a lot of stuff about the like the past and stuff like that. It's like, it's kind of like he grabbed a handful of books on the Grung, but because he wasn't focusing too much, he didn't grab anything specific because he didn't know exactly which one she was reading.
The Grung.
Okay, so he just pointed to one that was like about the Neanderthal.
Yeah, it's
Empire?
kind of a general kind of thing.
Okay. How long would it take me to read all of the books in the stack?
Jesus Christ.
If I'm not reading them like in depth, I'm just reading them to pick out important bits.
You've been hearing that an academic paper done.
Could
Do you
I?
reckon-
Could you maybe like read the titles out, the chapters out, and
I was gonna say, is there a way that we could pick and choose? Would you kind
Yeah.
of know? Would you know what she was?
I'll let you know what I would
Okay.
know.
Are there any?
With like kind of the chapter stuff, I would say to get through the entire stack.
It'd probably take me like 20 hours, right?
Yeah, like as if you're doing like you know
Okay.
when you do like a last minute cram for like an
Yeah.
essay, it's that. So it's
Obviously,
just rushed.
With that
So
in mind,
it's like 16 to 20 hours.
I would like to just kind of read out some titles. You don't have to read out all of them. I'm not
I
gonna-
haven't written all
Yeah,
of
I
them.
was gonna say,
I wasn't
before you
expecting
do
this
that.
line of questioning.
But if
Fool.
there's one that I read out and you think that Shams would know it as like what Anissa might be looking for,
Pretty.
would it be possible to read that book as well as the Neanderthal Empire, and how long would that take me?
Would Shams know which village Anissa and what was it Nebuchadnezzar's are from?
The Nebuchadnezzar?
Don't insult Shams' dad.
No, isn't
It's
that?
disgusting.
No, I'm trying to think. Isn't that like a starship or something from a movie or something?
No, Nebuchadnezzar is
Nebuchadnezzar might-
is a Neo-Assyrian king.
Also, my father is a starship.
The name just sounds very familiar, but yes.
I think
What's the plot of
very.
Transformers?
They probably would have spoken of it, right?
Yeah, so you would. Alright. Give me a second. Let me just double check my lore I've written about Grung.
If you make a roll,
Can I? Yeah,
wait for
can
me.
I make a roll to speed read?
Alright. I don't know what role that would
Like,
be.
Can I give assistance because I'm
Okay,
actually knowledgeable?
I'm doing guidance.
I
No.
don't,
Just
Like an
want your
intelligence
lore.
check or
Yeah.
something?
Oh, can I help?
I don't have lore. I haven't written it.
Make it up.
more.
Make it up.
Oh, give me a second to make sure I don't go everything.
Make it up.
I'm gonna need that one. And I'm gonna need
Flowers on the ready.
that one. And give me a second. Have I written Grung yet? No, I haven't. Alright, cool. No, I'm doing it now.
Boy.
I would like to cast guidance, but I'm gonna be fancy with this one.
Whoa.
I'm gonna like pull my neck backwards, and like
Fuck.
daffodils are gonna spurt from my like open neck, and then like my air flap, my like esophagus will blow the
That's
Exposing your
disturbing.
trachea?
yeah.
That's disturbing.
And then but like the daffodil, like what are the thingies, like the fairies that people like blow on, and then
Dandelions?
the dandelions.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll do that, and then it will blow across to you.
You shouldn't blow the seed. You shouldn't blow them. Every little pod is a seed, and they get into the ground, and then it takes like years for them to like sometimes germinate, and they'll just be in the soil. One dandelion will make like hundreds of them.
Well, maybe in this fantasy world, dandelions are good for the environment.
I hope so, because in the real world
They're
they
not an
fucking
invasive
suck.
Yeah.
I guess
It's
roll an
evolution.
investigation check with advantage, because
Oh,
Shams is
and
helping.
guidance?
And guidance. Whilst I find my map on the Neanderthal Empire.
Oh, shit. That
That's
was
my
that
neck
shit.
flaps. From like the wind.
You're horrifying.
Where oh,
No, I am Ecochet.
15.
That all up?
You manage to narrow it down to kind of where the villages and like the kind of original kind of home of where the Grung were from and where they kind of migrated out to the Tunis Savannah on the east kind of side of the Neandrian Empire.
The June of Savannah?
The Tunis. Tunis Savannah.
The Tunis. Wait, what's this about this Tunis Savannah?
It would be where kind of the Grung originated from.
Out of Tunis theory.
How long would that take me?
Uh,
Hours?
15. Yeah, it'll be pretty late in the night.
Okay.
By the time you guys finish, midnight maybe.
Okay.
I
I'm
would've-
assuming everybody else is
I'm
gone.
going to bed.
yeah,
I would have gone to the
will-
tavern.
I'll
Alright.
stay and read to get to that point.
You notice that Ulfa doesn't sleep a lot. Like Ulfa is like reading, right at a desk, just reading the books.
Would I still be able to take a long rest?
No, because you're actively doing and
Okay.
checking.
I meant after that. Would I?
Yeah,
it
you
would
you
be-
can just wake up late.
Okay.
So you two are in there. You two, the rest of you go into the tavern.
Yes.
I'll stick
Yeah.
with helping reading.
Thanks for your help, Flo.
That is okay.
I'm
Echo
going,
Shisha, go fuck
I'm
himself.
going to bed if you need me. I need sleep.
I'm coming with.
Yes.
Alright. Ethel, come on, buddy. Come on, let's go. What do you... Wait. I don't mean to be rude. Do you drink normal drinks? Is there sort of-
Yes, sir.
Can you drink more because of, like, the horse thing, or...? I'm
Can
genuine.
I?
What's your Constitution modifier? We're gonna go with yes, because horse
Plus
body,
2,
but
that one?
um,
+2. That's
yeah, it was pretty good. Yeah, with your combo and stuff, you can handle alcohol. Like you're a bit above average.
also the size, the body mass, the blood volume.
Horse
Yeah.
help. Being horse
I'm
help.
imagine.
Horse help.
Horse help.
Ah,
Yeah, a bit. Just a little.
hey.
You're not
You wanna
playing.
do it? You wanna do a drinking contest? You
No.
and me?
No.
No.
Hey,
No,
we just came in on a little bit of money, I think.
All right. Sorry.
All of it.
You guys kind of walk back to where like the village entrance was, and you come to this kind of two-story building, which you kind of see farmers and townspeople coming in and out in various states. A simple like oaken door lies at the front with a larger broken wheel hanging above the door. As you kind of enter, it's kind of quite a cramped space with a set of stairs on the kind of right of the building heading upwards, and these kind of two long tables with like this kind of shared seating just filled to the brim with like farmers and townspeople. You kind of see these kind of quieter booths where you've got like these kind of couples and stuff sitting in them just under the stairs. And you see like a bar with like a little halfling dressed in these kind of like these floral clothes.
Are they wearing pink?
Give me no.
Do they have a pink
Is it
cowboy hat?
that bitch?
So it's this kind of squat one. Very bright black color. So not just like pink. It's kind of like like neon clothes. It's kind of like little like floral blouse with like it's kind of, it looks very like, it's like this ugly pattern, but it's like this kind of like very floral one though. Like looking at like a 70s wallpaper.
Oh, that's actually quite pretty.
You got like this kind of, kind of this blonde hair, very pale. It's kind of like kind of 70s bob cut almost, kind of like a little bit cut around the edge. Cool. And
Alright.
a lot of wooden beads, just kind of around her neck.
Wooden beads.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Just like various kind of like,
that-
they've been like painted and stuff.
Is that like a style thing or a religion thing?
Style thing.
Style thing.
Fancy.
Very fancy. Okay. Alright, well, everybody, we lived, we made it, and I think we've all had a night's rest, but how about a drink? Go, round on me.
Drink?
Yeah, like an ale or something. Don't you drink?
I'm in.
Hey, that's one.
Sure.
That's two. Vin, what are you drinking? Vin is in his own little world right now.
Glass of Savvy B.
I got sucked in
Snap out of it.
to the GPT.
Get sucked
I know,
into the
it's
world
so
of
bad.
PLANTHERA. Ale,
Sorry,
Mr. Space Elf.
I will have a shot.
Zeph knows about it.
The hot stuff. I like this kid. All right. Well, I say kid, but you're probably older than me. Yep. All right.
Most likely.
All right. I'll approach the barkeep.
Oh, hello there. I don't recognize you. What are you here?
Yeah. We were, a bunch of weary travelers. We've had a hell of a day, and
Oh.
we just need to let off some steam. Can I please get 2 ales and 2 shots of whatever the strongest stuff is you got?
Strongest shot. Oh. He like pulls out this kind of clear spirit. I'm afraid I don't
I
have
was
too
like-
many
I was like-
strong ones. Not that people can afford it. It's a gold piece a shot. Very expensive stuff. I don't have a lot of.
Totally wasn't here.
You are correct. Nebuchadnezzar is the name of a spaceship from the Matrix.
Thank you. Yes, it's their ship that they fly when they're not in the Matrix. Thank you.
Presumably because of the...
Neo-Assyrian king
Yeah.
Nebuchadnezzar.
Thank you. That's what was bothering me. Thank you
Mhm.
very much.
That was chat.
Thank you, chat.
I know,
Best.
I was like-
Mwah. Wait, a gold shot.
I was in-
Yeah, it's very expensive. Very hard to get. We don't make a. We make a lot of ale in the area. We make some ciders, a bit of wine, but we don't make any spirits.
What's the cheapest shot you got?
She kind of like goes down and like pulls out. Like it's very similar looking clear liquid, but it kind of you can smell it. It's very rough. The first one was like a fine, kind of fine one that was very kind of smooth.
Rough stuff's good for me.
This
Alright,
is-
how much for that?
It's about the same as getting a mug of ale. It's about four copper pieces. So what? 2 cup no wine?
Do you two fancy ones want wine?
Oh, yeah, I'd prefer that one.
Yes, I would love a glass.
A shot? I thought you wanted a shot. Don't dog me like that.
I'll have both.
Okay, I'll have.
beginning.
Oh, you know what, bugger it. Yeah, alright. Wine, shot, ale shot, ale.
Okay. So
2 ales.
Just
okay.
the one.
Just the one.
Just the one.
So it'd be 4, 8,
The fuck do you think they're in the
12,
forest?
16 copper. 4 silver and 16 copper pieces.
I'll give you. I'll just put down a gold. Shh, there you go.
And will you guys be need for the evening?
Yeah.
Yes.
That'd be great. Yeah.
Well, we have our rooms are not super fancy, but they're relatively modest. They're about 5 silver pieces a room. It sleeps.
With the change of the gold, what would that get me?
What is the conversion rate again? It's 10 silver pieces to a gold, right? And 10 gold pieces.
I believe so.
It's 3 silver pieces.
No, isn't it 100 silver? No, it's 100 silver.
You will
and
get
gold.
1 room out of the change, and then you'll need another 3 silvers to get a second. Each room sleeps 2.
Okay. Shit.
Do you mean 3 gold?
No, because you gave 1 gold. So far, you spent 3 silver, 4 copper, and drinks, and it's 5 silver a room, so that will put you to 8 copper. Well, that'll put you to 8 silver and 6 copper, and then another 5, and that's so you've got the remainder, which would be 1 silver, 4 copper, in change.
You know what? Put down
Quick
another gold.
maths.
I'll put down another gold. How many rooms will that get me?
It should get you 3 rooms. That is 6 beds.
I love this in D&D when we can't figure out math and so we're just like, we'll overpay.
No, so let's go this. Alright, wait, how many of us are there? 7. Alright. Someone's gonna have to. Alright, well, yeah, the rest aren't here, but, you know, there's.
I can sleep on the floor. I'm accustomed.
The horse.
You know what? Thank you. That actually helps out a lot, because. Does you have a bed for a horseman?
I'm afraid not. It's very cramped up there.
We'll get you a blanket. Can we get him a blanket
Give me
at
a-
least?
Sure.
Don't
full
horses
charge.
sleep standing up?
Yeah, how do they say?
How do you sleep?
Do you sleep outside?
I imagine.
Mostly.
I'm.
Do you
not-
sleep out?
So
I don't know why. I'm just imagining you sleeping like a greyhound and just kind of laying on your side.
Yeah.
Horses do lie down.
What?
Horses do sleep lying down.
Oh.
But I think they can
That's
sleep
good.
standing up as well.
Standing up, but they do sleep.
Yeah.
as well.
Okay.
I think
If
it's more
there-
restful
if there's
for
not
them.
enough room in the rooms you've bought, I'm happy to sleep outside.
No. We got this.
You
You-
just sleep in the middle of the
Gold.
street.
Yeah.
Use the change from
I
that
sleep
gold
with them.
to cover more drinks.
Also sleep standing
That'll
up.
get you. She kind of like kind of leans down and then kind of pulls out
half
another
of
2
it.
pitchers of wine and just like
It's a half sleep.
I don't know.
and pushes it your way.
Alright, guys, we got rooms for everybody and a lot of drinks. Let's celebrate! It's a victory! We
I
didn't get...
fucking down the shot instantly.
Tink. How does it taste?
Bad. It is like drinking just like kerosene. It is bad.
like bad moonshine.
It is bad moonshine.
Zeph loves it.
It's not a good quality shot. It is just burning.
Oh, don't you
I
like
chase it with the wine.
Yeah.
Don't you like that? It really makes you feel alive, doesn't it?
That's a bit different than how I would have made it, but
just drink, and then
Go to bed. Cool. Long rests.
yeah.
Yes.
I guess.
It's hard,
Who
dude.
goes what room?
Yeah, wait, yeah. Who goes what room actually?
Who go what
Who-
room
yeah,
where?
who go who?
Where? Who?
Any-
Well, you'll probably be downstairs.
So I imagine you guys have finished your
Can you
drinks
fit
and
up
stuff
the
like
stairs?
that, and then these two rock up like midnight when you guys are done.
Yeah.
And then,
Three.
Oh, three.
Ricochet's with us as well.
okay, wait, yeah, the 7 of yeah, cool. I got the math right. And all that. Yeah.
These three.
Math.
Yeah. Not my strong suit. I'm an art student. I'm not meant for
Me
math. But yeah. So the other three
I'm
rock
going
up.
to just share my information. From what I could get from reading, it seems as if the grung originated from the Tunis savannah.
Would that sound familiar? That would probably sound familiar to me.
Yeah, it is. Basically, I put the fucking maps away again.
This is what I could get from what we were reading. I don't know if that is entirely what you were looking for. There were a lot of words, so I assume. I mean,
Oh
that is
right.
the most
So-
probable.
I don't know if you guys can see it. People read it with shitty grey lead pencil.
Kind of, yeah.
Kind of cool.
Kind of.
Anyway,
I can
James
appreciate-
from
I see God.
where is it? James is from there. The Tuna Savannah's down there.
Oh yeah.
Ah.
Okay.
Alright, so it's to
completely
the
different continents, are they? Or
same continent. It's just on the other side of the Torrent River.
Okay.
Babes.
Beautiful.
Might be looking for more of her people.
did she? I don't want to pry, but did she say what she was looking for in particular to you?
Oh, I didn't really get a chance to discuss it with her. One day she just disappeared.
And you hope to find her, I'm assuming. Well, I suppose this could be a good start to go to the Tunis Savannah.
What do you know about her? Like, how much do you actually know of this person?
Well, I mean, she did raise me.
Oh, okay.
That's why
I did not think-
traveled back to tears.
Okay, no, that's fair enough. Cool.
I'm such an asshole.
Note taking.
Shams has the most tragic backstory of us all.
Arguably, yeah, actually.
Aw.
Aw.
like Zeph's one's kind of depressing and fun, but like Sham's one is like, in terms of sadness, like a fucking guy. Ah.
Well,
Came from the soul.
I hope it turns out that it's all fake.
Turned it.
It was
down.
never the lizard folk running it. It was all total. He is in fact the Radiant Emperor.
this might be stretching it a little bit, but is the Tunis Savannah? It's not on this continent.
The
Uh,
Tunis Savannah.
It's basically the way the world's designed is not. It's kind of one continent.
Okay, so it's like Pangea, is it?
Yeah. So
Okay.
basically, there's kind of. It's that you guys are like. Let me get the world map. You guys should have a picture of the world map.
Is
I think
it-
they modified it a bit, but.
Is it completely across the other side of the world from us?
Basically, yeah. It's really far away. Where's my world map?
How long would it take someone to get from where we are now to there? Like you said, it was 2 years since
Like,
the ship passed through Tall Hill. Is that
to
correct?
get back there, it will be like a couple months. Basically, once again, probably can't see it. It should be on the documents I sent you guys anyway. It's like the world map. You guys kind of in the mid plains down
Yeah.
here. Savannah's up there. Imperial of Us is down there. You guys started down there. Basically, you headed up here for like a week or something. I'm not great with time management.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. It's a couple months up that way.
Okay, and it was 2 years since you passed through Tall Hill. Is that
Yeah,
correct?
a while ago, like a really long time.
Okay. What kind of terrain would we be able to gather? What kind of terrain would be in between here and the Tunis Savannah? I'm assuming it's probably quite a.
Yeah, basically
Is
you.
it dangerous? Is what I'm asking. Like, is it like a?
Oh yeah, no, it's like a treacherous journey, like by sea or by land. It is very difficult because you've got to get basically, it's past the Empire, and basically it goes along.
Okay.
It basically goes to. You would either have to go through the Dwarven Kingdoms, which is really mountainous, or you would have to go past the Empire and head up through the ocean towards Himna. But it's basically a rough journey. It's I wouldn't say 2 months, maybe a month. Basically, I've now imagined basically Planthera is like Pluto-sized. It's very small.
Oh.
Because I didn't draw the map big enough, and it was a peninsula. I'm just like, yeah, sure, we'll just wrap it around.
It's a tiny planet.
It's a small planet.
It's a small planet.
But yeah, because yeah, it's week from Simul, and week, so about a month.
Okay. Is there a much more likely route that one would take? Like, or just like, is it more likely that people would go through the Imperial, or would they go through like the mountains?
It really depends.
Okay.
It depends on the person, because basically, both have their own dangers and stuff like that.
Okay.
And it would depend a lot on the person, because it would be a similar travel time. Just one, you have to worry about piracy and like Imperial boardings and fugitive checks, and you'd have to go through the ports and
Yeah.
stuff like that. The other one, easier to sneak in, but you know, you'd be going. It's a rougher journey, more kind of variety of terrain, but less guards, less checks. More terrain options.
Trying to see if that counts.
Well, from what I could gather, to get to the Tunis, Savannah, I assume it would take many months. Obviously, since it has been 2 years since she has passed through here, it'd probably be likely if she went directly there that she'd probably already be there. Do you know, would she have been more likely to travel over sea or mountains, perhaps?
How smart is Shams again?
Shem, he's actually like, he's naive, but he's not dumb. I think he's pretty average
So,
intelligent.
with the Alexandrian Empire and stuff, you would know that she probably would have to sneak in, being an escaped slave.
Excuse me, spoilers.
That's how it happens.
Characters don't know that.
Characters don't know it. But yeah, basically due to circumstances, she would have to sneak back into the country if she was going to go back.
So she's not going by the main.
Yeah, she
which
would
is
go
what you're saying.
most likely either go through land or by like sea hop a bit up the coast and then go from that way onwards. Because you know,
Nice.
as a kind of fugitive, she wouldn't have papers and stuff like that. Like basically, it also depends on how she got out of the Neandrian Empire as well. Because with you, you were taken by people, and they gave you the like documents that would allow you to travel freely. You don't know whether or not she has those.
Well, she would definitely have had to taken the back roads. You know, she couldn't have got past any checkpoints or anything.
Very well, I doubt it was the Imperial then.
Mm.
The checkpoints that we have there are quite extreme. That is where I am from. I thought you could recognize the accent. No, it is. I'm told it is quite distinctive.
I haven't had a chance to really
Travel
explore
much?
much.
Well, it's not for everyone. Let's just say that. Well, I did all I could and found as much as I could from these books. I hope it helped a little bit.
I appreciate your help.
Of course.
Oh, wholesome.
All the
Sean's
while.
just like the cute one in the group.
The dumb teddy bear.
Yeah, he's an adorable teddy bear turtle.
He's just
Is
fucking rage and
Sean
just
actually
rips him.
dumb? Or are you
Like-
lying to us?
Secret 18
Yeah.
intelligence.
Not dumb,
I think Shams is technically
but not
smarter.
knowledgeable.
I think
Mm.
Shams is smarter than me.
You're like, you can piece things together, but you can't like, you lack basic literacy and stuff like that, just because of your background.
Like IQ wise.
100 IQ.
Huh.
10 yeah, my intelligence is 10.
Yeah,
You are smarter.
Yeah, yeah.
100 IQ.
yeah, you can piece it together and you can puzzle things. Like if you're given like problems and stuff, you can solve them. It's just like you can't read.
Smarter than me too.
Get wrecked,
Um,
Ricochet.
Yeah, -1 crew. Yeah.
Ecrochet is slowly rotting in the corner as you all talk.
Rotting.
Rotting.
Yeah, like visibly, and flowers and mushrooms are growing on my
God.
form.
Are you okay?
Are we leaving? This is out of character, like a
Yeah, I suppose we're
Going
heading to
to
the broken wheel.
No.
Broken wheel?
We-
Broken wheel.
Broken wheel.
Oh, and Ecrochet just gets up and like things come back together and
Are you okay?
flowers. You're not
You're
good.
not here.
yeah.
Get out.
Oh.
Go back to
Us for
silly
the
stuff.
We're
tavern.
drinking.
Temple.
Yeah.
Oh, where you going?
You,
We're in the temple.
we're at
Oh, right.
us four in the tavern.
Yeah.
These three stayed back to research.
Is Ulthar
Oh,
still
you're
around?
in-
sorry, yeah,
you're in, like,
you're
GT
right.
land.
Ulthar's researching,
I
yeah.
was.
Can I pop by and say thank you?
Oh, and they skipped the line.
Oh, you are most welcome. I hope
No, they'll
the
get-
books
they'll get a long
helped.
rest. It's just
Oh,
you're
yeah.
gonna wake up later.
They've definitely given us some pointers.
That is good to hear. I wish you the best of luck. I can only assume if some of her stories were to go off, you did not come from a good place.
No.
Aww.
It's really sad.
This is real sad.
I hope.
I'm gonna pat Shams on the shoulder. Well, thank you for letting us use your books and your time. We very much appreciate it.
What time
Oh,
is it?
sorry, it's midnight. He is still researching away. Like he doesn't look like he sleeps that much. He's just busy like kind of sitting there. He's got like these kind of like tall backed robes and stuff, but they're like perfect whiteness kind of thing like that. Very kind of cult-esque in a way. But yeah, basically, like, I wish the gods I wish the gods grant you good fortune on your journey.
Right, we'll head off.
Thank you.
He seems really smart.
That he does. Pleasure doing business with you.
Oh, it's a pleasure so mine. I'm always willing to help those looking for knowledge.
Well, is there anything we can do for you before we go, or?
There's nothing I can think of from the top of my mind. If you find any more rare books, just if you wish, donate them to the temples of Avion. The sharing of knowledge is important for all.
This might be a stretch, but if we were to find rare books somewhere else, how do we get them back to you?
It doesn't have to come back to me specifically. The
We're
Temple of
just gonna
Avion
have
is a
to-
communal system. I exchange books with the main temple all the time.
Oh, so if I
Communal?
gave a book to a temple in the crossroads, for example, it would come back to you
Oh,
if you wanted it, or?
well, basically, I use the sending spell. I send messages to the head temple if I wish for a book or I require help with a research project, and I basically send books to exchange. So the books that I bought from you guys earlier, I might send over there and exchange for some books about some probably to help with farming techniques and stuff. I have a very large selection to assist farmers and stuff in the area.
Would you say then that agricultural books are something that you are looking for? Is that in particular something that you
I mean,
want?
they are helpful to whoever needs them. That is Avion's teachings. Knowledge is something for all.
Well, is there a particular knowledge that you yourself are looking into at the moment?
For me, I research. I do a lot of research to monstrosities and creatures. It is kind of my expertise.
Oh, what kind of creatures are monstrosities?
Can you give me a religion check?
Does Holly get a D4?
You can give it D4 if you want. You can also help. There you go. And give the assist action if you wanted to as well.
Can I assist on that?
Yeah, if with religion and stuff, you could just kind of share knowledge and stuff like that, like a shared role.
By the way, I'm giving you the assist because it feels
18.
more better.
From what you remember, because you're a paladin of Yandros and all that.
Yes.
From what you remember about kind of religious teachings and stuff, mind flayers are. Give me a second. It's on the history document.
Some cool guys.
Nasty little buggers.
Basically, when the world was first created, there was 13 gods and goddesses.
Mhm.
The 13th was the most powerful, Thashama, the Empress of the Void. There was a godly civil war per se. Basically, the other 12 versus Tashama, whose creatures included mind flayers and aberrations and kind of monsters, versus kind of creatures like dragons and giants, and elementals. And it was basically the 12 gods that make up the current pantheon and Tashama. Basically, the end Tashama was sealed away. as of now, basically her and her creations have been locked away, and very rarely do a couple break free of the far realms where they're kept.
Smart. It's cool.
Basically, so because the current pantheon's called the Fragments. You guys read the history stuff, right? Basically, there was the first god Genesis, and basically split himself into 13 parts, each making up different factors of the world. And basically, Tashama, being most powerful, kind of ruled the world first, and kind of ruled with fear and stuff like that. It was basically so it was basically the Fragments, dragons, giants one side, and then the others are kind of aberrant creatures, monsters, Tashama, and it was basically kind of a clash like that.
So, when
So what?
Ulva says monstrosities, it's really anything that Tashama created?
Yeah. So
Okay.
you imagined he would be he would kind of be like, I research my people, and basically I am originally from the Far Elves, but I was exiled by my people because I cannot share their psychic connection due to physical disabilities. Not to say I agree with their teachings. Tashama is, by all accounts, quite a terrifying goddess thing, eldritch abomination, whatever you wish. I am quite glad for my deformity, per se. It has saved me from a life of being a horrid creature.
Salma, have you ever seen yourself? Have you ever intimately looked at yourself? Isn't that why you fucking scum?
I don't think we should ask these.
Have you ever been able to analyze yourself?
Myself? What do you mean by myself?
I disguise self to look like him. Have you ever been able to see yourself from behind? I turn around.
I guess not. I mean, I've used mirrors and stuff before. I have one upstairs.
What is this weird, corner?
I thought it would be cool. Okay.
I am very confused.
Well, it is the middle of the night. I am sure you have lots of research to do.
Yes,
I'm very sorry for this.
No, there are many different angles that you can see yourself from. It is a very
I'm
it's
gonna
a
walk to
good
the
discussion.
side
I
just
guess the gesture is appreciated, but I can't.
There are many things you may not know about yourself. Have you ever seen the small of your back?
Probably not. I typically don't examine myself too much. I more engage in readings and stuff, and occasionally I have participated in some archaeology of skeletons and stuff. I have looked at an aboleth skeleton once before. It was quite disturbing to look at.
Did you say an aboleth?
Yes.
Would I know anything about aboleths?
You
Not much.
basically, with your origin tech, you would know they are quite powerful creatures.
Are they also created by Tashama?
Yeah, they are kind of the same kind of vein as like mind
Yeah,
flayers and
okay.
stuff. There's kind of aberrant creatures and the eldritch abominations beyond mortal comprehension.
Okay, well, thank you for your time. I will, if we find any books, I will make sure to look for some that are related to Tashama and the creations that you might be looking to research more.
I will always be interested in any knowledge you bring me. I will probably read the books you gave to me before sending them away. They probably contain interesting information just about the world. It helps to know about things.
Very well. Good night. Enjoy your research. I will get out of your head, so to speak.
Enjoy the rest of your evening, my friends. I would probably see you around.
Pleasure.
Goodbye.
We head off to the Broken Wheel.
What time is it by the time they get there? Like midnightish?
Are we awake or?
I am very drunk and and dancing to nothing.
I am keeping an eye on him.
Hey, you finally made it!
How far do you, the different people go?
I'm hammered.
Hamid, Ethel?
I've reverted back to elven mode, so I'm like holding my glass like I'm drunk, but I'm like
Elven mode is just
yeah,
rich.
Yeah.
I'm, like,
Activate.
Very classy.
yeah, I've become classy again,
Yeah.
but I'm still drunk.
Not drunk.
Suddenly
at all.
extra-
I know. I had like one class, and I'm sitting here like, what the fuck?
Yeah, so it means like mothering the group, and Ethel's kind of
Please.
sober.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Hey, you finally made it! Hey, look! I grabbed one of the the other bottles that I bought with the change. I was saving this for you guys. You're missing all the fun. You were sitting reading all the books. Did you learn anything about the rabbit, the frog people, the grogs?
I
The
think you
grung, it's the grung.
Ah,
Yeah,
the grogs! Such a funny name.
Right, the wine, it's quite nice.
Perhaps this is a discussion for tomorrow. When
Yeah, let's go
Tomorrow.
to bed.
When there's
when he's in a state
What do you-
to absorb this information. Let me solve this situation. I wave my hand over the wine and I make it clear. It is now water. There's no more problems. Stop drinking. You
Can
see?
I
cyclone the fucking bottle of wine.
Yo, it is still wine, my guy. It is just clear.
It is now also completely hammered. Like any kind of semblance is now gone.
Scald that bottle of
Yeah,
wine.
yeah, we're like trying to hold it together and be polished, but it's kind of like it's kind of very kind of like yes, I am fancy. Mm.
I think it was like the man. That said something.
At least you're no longer rich.
Oh my god.
I like put my head away from the bottle and I kind of just go like, cheers.
Now the only thing you're rich in is liver fat.
I'm empty.
No, okay.
I'm empty.
I'm going to just pat Ben on the shoulder.
That's still wine, my guy.
Zev just dangles the ring like, that'd be funny, wouldn't it?
No, no.
I'm not gonna.
Nice.
Hey, we need to
play with it. You play with it. You're like,
I'm not actually.
I would like to try and
Uh-oh.
escort the drunkards.
No,
To the room.
it's okay.
No, you bought a room. Remember, so we
Yeah,
have to go
right.
to the
Yes,
rooms that
we're
you
on
the
you
waste.
paid for.
Did we get keys?
You have all of them.
Okay.
Okay.
That's one for you. Give
Thank
you a
you.
key. And this is one for you. I think me and
There's-
Ven
there's-
me and Ven are gonna share a room.
I reach for the cleansing stone.
Oh, well that's... Hang on, can that's... Do the thing.
Go to bed.
Do the thing and then we're gonna bed.
Cleanse us. Cleanse us.
Cleanse this first and then we'll go to bed.
If I give you guys the stone, please go to bed.
Yeah, promise.
Why will you trust them?
Did you just hit yourself in the head with the stone?
I thought...
I don't think that would work.
How does it work? Can you make it work,
Yeah,
please?
yeah.
I like drunkenly use the stone.
Okay, no, I'm not.
You both just basically just flick dust everywhere.
After that, I don't give it to you. I just hold it out for you to touch at
I've
this
not
point.
done it already.
What's that? That's funny.
So now you should go to bed.
I'm
I
funny.
think it's time for another drink.
No.
I could go another. Okay, you shout. I spent all the money. I spent money. It's your turn now.
No, we're going to bed.
I'm poor.
What do you mean? No, judging by the way you're holding the wine or fancy dancing,
I kind of pass it here, but one of you three, because
I would like to
Okay.
cast. I would like to use my Fey presence.
Oh.
I want you to roll a Wisdom saving throw of 13.
Disadvantage with because you're wasted.
Okay, cool. I like that.
Wisdom saving
A
throw.
wisdom save.
And all your checks and saving throws are
Plus
made with
5
disadvantage
wisdom
because you
saving
are
throw.
drunk.
Wisdom save is just a 0.
That'll be
Make it sure.
14.
Passes.
A natural one!
No disadvantage.
So one succeeds, one fails.
Zeph, you are currently frightened.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Zeph, it is bedtime. You are loud, you are annoying, and you are making a mess of things. You shall go to bed right now, or there shall be trouble.
What kind of trouble
No, no.
are we talking
No,
about?
no, it's fine.
Zeph, you shall be taxed. The worst kind of trouble.
What are you doing?
Shut the fuck up.
I'm gonna stealth check disadvantage, sneak up to the room.
Okay.
Oh, 213. So that's a 20.
Okay, basically disappears into a wall and just kind of sneaks into the room. He runs up to a wall basically, and then kind of like rolls behind it, and just like you just don't hear anything.
Stealthy at all.
It's fucking gone. It's like incredibly well done for a drunk. You're just like, has he gone to bed or like are we fucked?
Can I
These
roll?
guys are crazy, right, Seth?
Can I roll a perception check?
Sure.
Where'd you go?
Get higher than a 20.
Do you know where
Okay.
Seth went?
Beep, beep, beep.
Probably to bed.
Like you guys said you were going to do after I gave you the stones. So
8.
bedtime.
Technically,
You don't hear shit. You're like, did he go to bed?
Are you in bed yet?
Do I look like I'm in bed?
You do know that we're in a room.
I would like to cast Spider Climb.
I'm going to fucking get you.
I love spiders. What is going on?
Doesn't spook you at all?
I open the door to my room and I'll lock it behind
Spiders are
me.
friends, not food.
Oh no, I won't lock it.
You watch as some of the other patrons inside start screaming as you start crawling on the fucking walls.
No, no.
Please
Good
stop.
roll!
You watch as this halfway guy goes, look, I feel like I was quite nice, but I feel like there's someone fucking on my wall. I'm so sorry. What is going on?
You are all drunk.
You bed! You also bed! All of you upstairs!
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just trying to kind of like guide everyone.
Ouch! Her points. You are like on the roof. If you're going to crawl like a spider, just like hitting you with a broom.
I clap my hands and I misty step into my room.
What the fuck is going on?
I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. Look, they are very disturbing. Jules, when you mix them with alcohol, things just get very, very bad. Is there anything we can do to make it up to you? Do you need any help?
Pulls out like a notebook. Give me their names so I can put them on my do not serve list.
To be honest with you, one of them's not got a name that I can repeat here.
What?
I'm going to, it's kind of a witness protection thing, it's not like. I'm gonna try and deceive him too.
Okay,
okay.
that was
Yeah, I was
perception
gonna say,
check.
I like this. Yes.
I respect
Mad respect.
Also, Crochet is sober.
Really like it hasn't had a drop.
That is a 17.
Oh yeah, that beats it.
Hell yeah.
I did.
So I would prefer not to give you.
Blue one or a
names.
half elf one?
I mean, which do you think it is?
I assume the half elf one was at least he tried to hide how to like kind of blend in a bit. The other one was dancing on a table.
Exactly. Exactly.
Do not serve half elf in room C and blue one in room C. Snaps
Is
the
there
bookshelf.
anything we can do to, kind of sweep this under the rug a little bit so that we don't attract any undue attention from somebody who might want to cause harm to my friend?
I will take them off the paperwork and off the list if they stay within control for the rest of their stay.
Absolutely, we
We will
can do
do
this.
it.
Absolutely.
I think takes it and you watch kind of like it pulls out like this kind of like eraser and just kind of rubs him out and snaps it.
I'm gonna give him a gold.
Okay.
As well.
So he kind of like pockets it in the notebook and then just kind of like nods.
Very, very sorry. It won't happen again. I was
Responsible ones.
currently doing some research to help a friend of mine, and I could not be in the same space to watch over them, but I promise it will not happen again. We are sorry to have done this to your fine establishment here. Thank you for letting us stay anyway.
You are most welcome.
I'm going to shepherd everybody up the stairs.
Me and Ben are already in our room.
Yeah, we were.
Everybody else, we're going up the
I
stairs.
stealth-
Bedtime.
I misty step, so I'm there ages.
You don't know what rooms are yours.
I just went.
I gave
I gave a
Flo and-
key to.
Charm.
Yeah.
Okay, so Flo and Charm have the other keys.
We're bunking together.
You end up in the right room.
Hey!
Luckily. At least an empty one. You don't know if it's the right one.
I try to exit in the morning.
You step into a room and it's just like a young couple just like enjoying their time.
I'm on the ceiling.
Just like you like appear and it's like
Oh my god.
Player 3 has joined the game.
Hey, you're busy. Echo 3-way?
Anyway, but yeah, you lucked into the right room as you watch as what is the sleeping arrangements like? Those two in a room.
These two have the keys, so.
Wait, doesn't Flo have one?
Flo had
And then
one.
Lynn
I
gave
gave
one
it to
to
Shams.
gave one to Sham. So how are rooms divided? Basically, they're in room C. I'm not gonna tell you which room Ekrochet is in. Which room? Which are you guys going to B or E?
I don't know. B?
Excusez-moi.
B, cool. So you guys are going to room E. Who has the key?
I think I have the key.
Flo.
You unlock the door to your room and you open it and you get a crochet gun still stuck to the ceiling.
For fuck's sake, honestly, I have to tell you something. Look, I am so fucking over having to go to establishments and make lies up because people are being stupid. Why did you climb on the fucking wall?
Ekrochet is now a sunflower. Still
What
humanoid,
entered
but like...
into your mind to say, oh, in an establishment full of people who are possibly not exposed to magic, I should climb on the fucking walls like a weirdo.
Ekrochet starts wilting.
You're right, I shouldn't have raised my voice. But honestly, I would appreciate it if you would keep the weird shit just to moments that it is very, very necessary, not to, I mean, you got them to the room, but there is perhaps better ways to do this, and I would appreciate if I didn't have to lie to find folks who run establishments so that we can still stay in rooms and not have to sleep in the street.
Ekrochet holds up a leaf, like this sort of vague hand leaf. Ekrochet's face appears on it, Cheshire Cat style.
That is so fucking weird.
Just a cheeky grin for a cheeky little guy.
No, I want you to look me in the eyes and tell me you understand me, you fucking weird sunflower.
Cheshire Cat face starts like slipping down the arm and away from your vision back into the sunflower.
Listen here, bitch, I'm not joking. Tell me you understand.
Armpit wink. And then disappears into the armpit.
Can you at least face away from me when I'm trying to sleep when you look like this?
I face away, but then my face is on my butt. And then it disappears.
What the fuck?
And then Ekrochet is back there.
Still stuck to the ceiling.
So is it you three in the room then?
Well, I rolled the d12 for rooms, and you luckily ended up on a 2, which is B, rather than like F or something where no one's in.
Ekrochet Ekrochet has the other key. There's another room.
No, there are 3 rooms.
There are only 3 rooms?
Only 3
There are only
rooms.
3 rooms.
Oh, okay.
There is the room with the horse that is not using a bed.
Is there a bed in this room?
Where do you think I'm going to sleep
Is
on
there
the floor?
how many beds are there in this room?
It's 2
Two.
per
2 in each room.
But there's 3 people in this room.
Oh my god.
It's okay, I can sleep on the floor.
No.
No.
There's another room with another bed.
Ekrochet is a pillow. Ekrochet gets on the floor and is a pillow.
No, go. There's another room with another bed.
Go to Shane.
I'm leaving. Bye.
Oh, okay.
I'm done. I can't do this anymore.
Are you going to Shane?
I'm done.
Become him.
Over the top.
Don't leave me with
I can't do this.
Too late.
I can't do this anymore. I had to deal with them for hours.
Ekrochet is still a
Hey,
pillow on the
I was
floor.
also dealing with Ekrochet. You tried reading a massive fucking
You
tome
tried
with-
trying to deal with Zev dancing to nothing. There was no music. He was.
Oh, there was music.
Sometimes the music is in your mind. You don't know this?
Oh no, he says there are voices in his mind too. It's insane.
Are we sure it's good for him to be around people?
In general.
No, but I wasn't.
Oh.
I'm not good enough to control that. So I just had to sit and watch it.
Maybe we will learn as time goes on.
Ekrochet has
Oh
been
my God.
pretty good so far.
What?
Ekrochet,
Still a pillow?
yeah. Ekrochet was just rotting in the library.
I know,
Ekrochet,
and that was also a little
Why
bit
couldn't
weird.
you just rot in the tavern too? Why Why did you go into the snake?
Ricochet is at
Don't you
liberty to
think
go where
that-
Ricochet will.
But don't you
Walls
think-
and borders shall not confine me. I am a
What, you're
free
German
spirit.
now?
This is not German. Maybe it is. Fuck you.
General European! It is easier than picking one!
Look, there are some things that I think the world is not quite ready for yet, and that is probably seeing people
And the
climbing
world
onto
shall be
walls.
made ready.
I don't think that's how it works.
You've
You
just
should,
evolved.
if you want the world to be ready, you should make the world ready in a different approach instead of just.
You are
Force.
silly reformist. This is a time for revolution.
What are we revolutionizing?
The
The way that
world.
we walk?
The way that we walk, the way that we are, to our very souls. We shall change it all.
And I'm the crazy one.
I am going to walk out into the hall. I'm just gonna
I'm still a
close
pillow,
the
by the
door.
way.
Yeah, I'm just gonna close the door and I'm just gonna sit against the wall.
Have
And
we
that's-
both
that's
just
it.
left everything?
Yeah, that's
You
it.
can show a whole room.
That's it. Yeah, that's it. I'm just sitting against the wall.
Ricochet is a
That's it.
pillow yelling on the floor.
Where did you go?
Ricochet still has more things to say.
I love how your strength, you could 100% just pick a crochet up and put it outside and then just take the room yourself.
Instead, we both just.
They just left, you're like, yeah, I guess we're gonna leave the communists in their own room.
That's it. Flo's not the type to use force unless absolutely necessary.
There's another bed in the room with Shams if you want to go in there and sleep.
Flo, do you have a like sister?
What?
Do you have a sister, and do they have a child?
Why would you ask me this?
That would make you Aunt Flo.
I'm gonna close the door. I'm gonna walk to the room with Shams in it. I'm gonna very politely knock. I'm very sorry to disturb you, but honestly, I really need to sleep, and I cannot be in the same room as Ricochet.
Does Sham sleep on a bed?
Or do you sleep in your shell?
I haven't thought about this.
How many fucking times you woke and you sit down on the floor?
I guess it wouldn't make a difference, would it?
Yeah.
You walk in, you just watch the bed, they're just going you just look and it's basically like, it's just like a horse with a blanket on its back, and there's just a blanket covering a turtle shell.
There you go.
And you're just like watching it, there's like 2 empty beds and they're just laying on the floor.
Please, I am begging you. I really
Come on in.
cannot be in the same room as
Quick block.
Ricochet. You don't understand.
Ricochet's still like crawling.
Like hearing, like hisses. Yeah, you're like hearing, we must seize the means.
You know what they say?
Does that mean we're taking up both of the beds there then? Because there's an extra bed, or are you on the floor?
Are you,
Or
where are you
a
on the?
bed? Yeah,
uh,
like, are you on a bed or are you on the
floor?
floor?
I'm probably on the I mean, it wouldn't make a difference.
Well,
Maybe I just
bed.
copied you and went on the bed, but I
Okay, I'm just gonna set up on the floor. I'll sleep in the
Oh
middle like it.
It would make more sense for you two to be on the bed if they can be on the floor.
I can.
It's okay.
It doesn't make a
No,
difference
it's okay.
to
I
me.
only need to meditate for 4 hours anyway.
This
That's for
fine,
me to
don't
spend
worry.
4
I'm-
hours on the floor. than
I'm
you
already
8
lying
hours
on the floor.
Oh
I've
my
got
god!
I've got my great sword just in front of me, clutched tight. I'm just lying on the floor. I'm gonna put
Kruger
like,
would
my
tell you that's
backpack
not safe.
behind me.
Put the ring on.
I'm gonna take
I'm
the
gonna-
pillow
yeah,
from
put
my
my-
bed and put it
Did
on
you lock
the.
the door on the way in when you close the door?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just getting.
Then you wake up in the morning, there's just these like red paper pamphlets that have been shoved into every
Yes,
single door.
Ricochet!
It's like listing these kind of weird means. Everyone should be clowns. Working should be disestablished.
I'm gonna just put my hat over my eyes. I'm just going to clutch my greatsword. I'm just gonna sleep. I'm just.
The thing
That
is,
was already helpful.
I'll like sleep for 4 hours on the bed, and then I'll get off the bed and go on the floor anyway to just pray anyway. So like, we're all gonna end up on the floor when we wake up. We're all gonna be on the floor.
Ricochet, everyone these days is just sexy baby, and Ricochet is a pillow on the wall.
I'm just climbing up the wall.
My favorite thing is Ricochet's gonna go to sleep. It's gonna go for like 7 minutes and he's gonna fall off the wall because the spell will wear off because it lasts like 10 minutes, right?
Oh, what the fuck?
So as you guys fall asleep, you just like friend swearing.
Sacre bleu!
Oh,
Mad.
what the fuck?
Cheers, Patan.
Oh,
I would like to wait for them to fall asleep before me. If that's
Okay.
How long it takes for him
Then
to
I'm
fall
gonna
asleep.
slit his throat.
No.
I pass out as soon as I lay down.
Okay.
You're fucking wasted, my guy.
I sculled a bottle of wine to get water.
It's like when I'll put the blanket over you and kind of tuck you in nice and tight. Make sure you're all nice and
Aww.
I'm passed out.
cozy. Yeah. I'll make sure there's no like. I'll put like. You have a staff or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll put your staff like kind of like leaning in the corner there. I'll make sure you're all nice and cozy. And I'm just gonna like lean on my side of the bed, take out my sickle real quick, and just like. I'll kind of hold it up like a phone. Be like, hello.
Coward. Monster.
Hey, fuck you.
What was that?
Monster. Butcher.
Are you there, God?
Coward.
It's me, Zeph.
Hey God.
Small penis.
I've been whispering all this.
Roll for a
Failure.
gun check.
Failure of a son.
Hey, here's the deal, you little shit. If I'm such a failure, why am I alive and you're not? That's right.
Monster. Freak.
I will gently shuck and grasp the sickle.
Don't ever love you. And just quiet.
Guys, this
And
is
I'll-
a really dramatic moment.
Throw it into the wall.
Okay.
My bald head.
Okay.
Now I'm drunk and mad. I'm gonna quietly open the door and just go for a walk, like a 20-minute walk outside.
Okay.
I'll just hey, how's it to the back? Hey, I'll be back in this minute.
It's just like cleaning up like glass and stuff. People have gone home for the evening and stuff like that.
It was a fun time. This Broken Wheel place is fucking fire, man.
Oh, that's good to hear. Enjoy your walk.
Rule. I know.
Thank you.
Just try to calm down and see if there's any. I guess while I'm drunk and on a little patrol, see if there's anyone kind of sus other than me. Kinda walk
About the
around
town. It's really, really quiet. Like, there's not a lot of people out at night. You know, they're working people. They've got to be up in the morning to tend to their crops. So there's like nothing about. It's really quite dead. There's very, very few figures. You kind of see, like this one tall house with like this tall, like kind of like you kind of see this kind of like thin-ish, gaunt-looking man kind of look out at you and then kind of shut the blinds and walk off. It's a sizably like it is larger than everyone else's house. Like it's really quite big.
Okay. Noted. And then after, if I don't see anything strange or interesting, I'll just go back up to my room, really quietly. Gonna fucking beat you. I'll throw it again. And then just
Monster. Failure. Weirder.
And I don't sleep very well because I keep hearing the voices.
Crazy.
And I'm just tossing and turning like next to Ben. Eventually, when he wakes up, I'll be sleeping horizontal. Like if Ben's like this, I'm like this.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, it's two single beds.
Oh, well, no, I'm sleeping on Ben then.
Okay. Then you wake up to Zeph just laying on you horizontally.
Ben is so used to sleeping completely isolated from everyone, so he's like, oh god. what is going on?
What a weird baby.
There's like a sickle right next to my head, and I'm like, yeah, it's like, can I hear the whispers, or is it just you?
Do you hear the whispers?
Do you hear the whispers?
Perception check.
Whisper, can you hear me?
Or did you throw it?
I threw it like between our beds, so if our
okay.
beds are here, it's like.
Yeah, before you said you got on your
I
side
got
of the
a
bed.
12 for that. Alright,
I imagine that they were double
Oh
beds.
no, I've got a +5 to perception. 17.
You don't hear anything,
Yeah.
but the aura coming from the circle is off. It doesn't feel right.
Woke up on the wrong side of the bed.
Check out for a minute.
Literally.
No,
Everybody.
She's a sexy baby. I hear the lyrics to Anti-Hero by Taylor Swift.
That's the voices plot twist.
Sexy babies. The final boss will be like 80 sexy babies crawling from crevices and walls.
It's Taylor Swift whispering to you, being like, "You fucking suck."
All Taylor
I
Swift.
can't get enough. Just
Just
like
Taylor Swift
You're
lyrics.
toxic.
single my hand just comes out.
You're a monster on the hill.
I am the monster on the hill.
You are Taylor Swift.
That's character arc.
Illusion over.
Zeph
Hey
becomes
guys.
Okay.
Taylor Swift.
Oh yeah.
We slept in late. the
So,
three of us
I think we all
You
because-
guys 12:30. I mean, 8
Yeah,
hours
we're
rest.
hungover,
You'll be getting
so
up
yeah.
8:39.
Yeah.
So not
Oh,
terrible.
I am just sitting like in the corner, eyes closed. I'm awake, but I've been awake for like 6 hours at this point.
What were you doing in those 6
I was
hours?
praying. I was just sitting there. I was just
Just
chilling.
praying the whole time.
I was just chilling.
Just
Go.
vibing.
Been chilling.
Fucking hell! No!
Pray chilling.
Not eating ice cream. I was just sitting there.
Can elves get drunk?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's just harder to.
Warforged
Well, I got
can't.
that.
Dwarves struggle because they've got poison resistance / poison immunity.
Halflings, because they have poison resistance as well.
I guess halflings as well. Yeah. Basically, if you got poison,
Unless
but like elves and stuff,
Unless you-
same as centaurs. The reason why centaurs don't get drunk is because fucking horse.
Fucking horse.
Because fucking horse.
Fucking horse. Bro, horse.
I guess you might say you wouldn't get drunk either, because they're literal snake people.
Mm.
I'm a snack.
I'm a snack.
But yeah.
We're gonna head down then, I think, to
So yeah, long
meet up
rest.
for breakfast. Yeah.
Going down for breakfast.
Yep.
I'm still
Brunch.
there. Until
Brunch.
Ben
So-
takes me off, I'm still there.
Yeah, it's kind of yeah, it's it's a nice sized meal. It kind of comes with the room, so like you get like nice breakfast, it's like bacon, eggs, some toast, stuff like
Do we
that.
we don't have to pay additionally for it.
No, it comes with part of the room.
I'm stuffing my face.
As we go down, did we catch the bartender's name? No.
Fast.
I'm very sorry. I don't think that I caught your name last night. Do you mind? I'm Flo. You are
Pleasure to meet you. I am Elise Pottsmore.
Elise Pottsmore.
Yeah. This kind of squat halfling.
I walk out with my hood on, covering myself so I cannot be seen.
Okay. And kind of, where the fuck did Xander go?
I don't know.
Gone.
Disappeared.
Alright, we'll keep
Uh,
pushing on then.
So, we are currently, at least, looking for Captain Tansworth.
That's
We were
Captain.
told that the captain might have some information for us, so I was wondering if perhaps you might know where we can find them. We were pointed by Ulthar to the captain's house, I believe, or
I mean, she should be there, but I mean, she might be busy dealing with some disappearances or something. But her house is generally a good place to look or just to wait. I mean, I imagine some of the guards might be able to point her out exactly, but I would recommend starting with her home.
perfect. I hope you don't mind me prying here, but I assume you hear a lot as the tavern owner here, so I was wondering if you would be able to tell us a little bit more about the disappearances, perhaps, just so we can kind of know what we might be looking to help out with.
I mean, from what I've heard, it's weird. Whenever the guards go to investigate disappearances or something, the site's always clean. It's like there was no fight or anything. It's just they're gone.
Well, we're talking. This is the bartender we're talking to. Right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
I mean it's strange. But yeah, they're kind of stumped. That's why they put that question out for mercenaries, who hopefully might be more versed in the issue.
Do you know if perhaps they have heard, do they have a suspicion of who might be doing it? And if they are violent
What?
abductions?
Well, there's no struggle, so we don't think they're violent. But we don't know where they go. We just don't know. That's why we will need help. They seem to just kind of disappear off. We're not quite sure. There's a lot of abandoned barrows around here, and there's a couple, a lot of kind of buried amongst the hills. There's plenty of things and places to hide. A lot of bandits about as well, so it could be any of those things.
Have you had the frequent, I hope you don't mind me prying, but has there been frequent bandit sightings or presence in this area for a long time?
There's always bandit sightings in the area. The merchant princes don't do much about bandits as long as they don't bother their business. So typically, anyone along the road with their own form of security in some kind, and anyone that kind of comes through here is generally prepared for a fight.
And has the presence of bandits lessened at all with the presence of these abductions?
I mean, there hasn't been any kind of major raids or anything recently, but I don't know if it's lessened or whether or not they're just kind of calming down a bit. You know, the bandit bands move around. We're not a particularly wealthy area. We only have, like, the only reason people come here is for the trade route from Psyche to the crossroads. But even then, most of that stuff goes by barge these days anywhere down the river. So typically, I don't imagine there'll be too much. The financier might know more about that, or the captain as well will probably also know more about bandit activities.
The financier, you say?
Yes, the financier might not be too familiar with politics within the merchant confederacy. The financier is basically kind of appointed as kind of a town head by the merchant princes. Currently, it is Arnsworth Shinmeyer who is in charge of the town. He doesn't do much. He just kind of lives in his house.
And where might I find this Mr.
Basically,
Shinmeyer?
he rarely leaves his house. He doesn't do much. He just kind of deals.
Would he be open to taking visitors to speak with us about this?
Maybe. His moods change quite regularly. He's the biggest house in the village. You can't miss it.
Can I tell what her opinion is of
inside
Shinmeyer? Natural one.
No.
Natural one.
You know, you've just met her. You're not, you know.
Natural one for a 5.
Yeah, you don't. You can't read much from that. It's just like you can find him here.
Very well.
Did we, like, we see the gas before we...
Yes, you saw the green grass.
Okay. Were you gonna say anything else, Holly?
No, go ahead.
No, okay. Did you hear any mentions at all of gas? Just like that word being said by anyone that has come through here at all?
Yes.
Other than that, obviously.
In
but, like,
relation to the abductions,
Yeah.
did you happen to hear that any suspicious...
She just shakes her head. We
That
haven't
was a
heard
good
anything about
thought,
the gas.
though.
Yeah.
We haven't heard anything about a gas.
If
So why?
anyone was talking about anything related to that, they'd be suspicious themselves.
Some travelers reported green a couple miles down the road a couple days back, but that's about all.
Yeah, we're aware of that one.
Typically, when magic phenomena like that would happen, we typically just avoid it. We don't quite have the resources to deal with it, so we just kind of leave the area alone for a bit.
Well, let me tell you, it sucks. No green gas like that. No good.
I will take
Also,
your-
hangover. No good.
Yeah, you drank a lot.
I
I
have
would
a lot of
advise
issues going on right now.
ordering less.
Alcohol constitution?
Yep.
I have a pretty high constitution. Would I be hungover?
So,
You
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
drink
but
an entire
well,
bottle
hungover is a
of
product
wine.
of the alcohol
Oh,
because you
yeah,
guys
yeah.
took no kind of.
Yeah.
Basically, you would have had a higher alcohol tolerance than Zeph.
How
Mine,
high is yours?
16
Oh,
can't.
we're
Oh,
both-
you're about to say. Well,
yeah.
you guys have really high tolerances. You just
So we
drank
drank a
like
lot,
2
yeah.
pitchers of wine, basically. You're fucked.
And a picture is 1,000 words, so...
Ethel, you wanted...
So I had a question, not
How
not
much
as
is
my
the word,
character,
though? Of wine.
but Planner Portal's like known by most people.
Not by common folk. Like Ulfar might know about it, especially because of where he's from, and maybe high-ranking people they would know about it. But like only really the educated would know about planar travel and the concept of the planes.
I thought you said pineapples.
Do they know about
Educated people know about
pineapple?
pineapple.
Well, it was a really
Pineapples
rich thing for
So
a long
like
time.
I'm thinking like at the table you would know about it. Flo, maybe.
I was educated.
Lynn would.
I
I
was
was educated.
Well, I've lived in urban society. I was
And then I
educated.
was feral.
But like educate, but like Lynn's well educated.
Oh, okay.
You're
No.
you would Jeff 100% not. You kind of
Well, I don't remember exactly how.
like you. I don't think you would know. Like you might have heard of them like from Zomina, but you wouldn't have learned from anything. So you don't know a lot about it. You kind of
Can I roll for it?
yeah, sure. Roll a history check.
I guess guidance on myself.
Because I'm just thinking if I want to
Can
ask.
you?
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Vomit flowers and then
About-
swallow
I
them
think-
whole.
I pull it from under my fingernail.
Ew.
Didn't need it. Oh, what? Oh, it is a nat 20, but I've got a -1. I was like, oh, it's not a nat. Then I add my guidance, and that's going to be at least 1.
Okay, so I mean, like you've heard, like you know a bit about planar travel and stuff like that.
nat 20. Yep, sorry.
From some very, very kind of far-leaning writings you've read, like ones that advocate like the complete destruction and rebuilding of society. There have been writings on.
Posadists.
Yeah, Posadists.
What's a Posadist?
They are people. Was it nuclear apocalypse and then rebirth from above? Basically, society must burn and then we must build from the ashes.
Oh, lovely.
So from a few
a
really
board
like, far
game.
out, they've mentioned using monsters from planar, like other planes to destroy
That was the original.
the PLANTHERA and then rebuild it. But also you might have read about like Arandria use planar travel and stuff a lot to converse with like the Nine Hells.
Did I ever see planar travel when I went insane?
No, you wouldn't have.
Okay.
I don't think anyone here would have. Ethel might have seen it, but no one else.
Seen what?
Planar travel, because
I knew it.
Because I just want to ask if, well, there's been any sightings of.
Do that.
I don't know how to word it. Like
other plane, like other plane.
other yeah, beings from other planes. Is that like? I don't know how to word it.
That's your name on the campaign. It's
Oh.
I'm
Cloud
afraid I
Forward.
haven't heard anything about any odd sightings or anything
No.
like that. As far as we're aware, the disappearances just happen. I talked to the captain about it. She's been keeping a lot of better track than that. I have to run my own business and all that. It's very much the business of the guard. She may have more information for you.
We'll have a word with her.
I heard you talk. Sorry, the brain's a little slow now. I heard you talk of bandits. Yeah, they're not going to be coming for you. One, small town, and two, with the disappearancing thing, they're going to lay low until that's resolved. So I'm just giving you a little heads up on that.
How? I don't want to ask.
I've fought a lot of
actually.
bandits in my life. I've studied them. I know how they work.
I don't
That's a lot of people.
I got around. All right, I've done.
Whoa.
I mean, that's that too. But
At least cocks an eyebrow at you, Flyer.
Why? Why me?
Just you, because this is what you said last night. He's the one meant to be Ven's gonna be on parole. No, Zeph, and Zeph's one going, I've been with bandits.
no. I haven't been with.
on parole.
Witness
No,
protection.
We don't know this actually.
Yeah, you don't know the lie that Flo told to keep you guys within the
Oh,
tavern.
yeah.
Because you were drunk, but just
No,
kind of
no,
rise
no,
an
no,
eyebrow, you just
Hang
like...
on, I haven't been with bandits. I've fought them. I've fought
You don't
bandits.
know that that's what she's questioning, though. You think she's just raising.
Well,
an
well,
eyebrow
like,
at me.
I'm not
I don't think like
lying
many
about
of you
that.
would notice it. It's just kind of like a side kind of
Yeah,
thing.
I
Like
notice
maybe
it.
Lynn notices it, but just like a raised eyebrow in Flo's direction, just like
I'm just going to sheepishly smile and shrug.
she'll just shrug back and be like, "Your business, but like don't fuck up my tavern," kind of.
Did that conversation end with me or Zeph being the one that was?
You were in witness protection.
I was in witness
Yeah,
protection.
you
Yeah,
were. in
But
witness
yeah,
protection.
not but like didn't doesn't know your names.
I'm just letting you know as a heads up. But you know, they're not friendly. They're not friendly.
That's awesome.
Why? It pays to know this sort of stuff. That's how you survive.
Look,
Maybe-
look, I don't think we should be discussing this here. We are in polite company.
I agree. I think
so
this should be
true.
discussed with the captain, if anyone. It's
Yes,
much
and
more
thank
helps
you.
with them. I-
Thank you so much for your time. I'm sure you are very busy. We really appreciate you speaking to us.
It's all right.
I'll go up and give them. I'll try to give them a handshake. Your hospitality was hospitality.
Right.
Very well appreciated last night.
We shake your hand like politely,
Yeah.
but like not wanting. It's like a customer service person who's being offered a handshake. We're just like, gee,
Someone
thanks,
offered me a
Mister.
Someone offered me a handshake. I'd be like,
There was one guy that used to handshake with everyone, and then because COVID happened, now it's fist bumps, and it's much easier, but still gross. His hands are very sweaty.
That is kind of
Ew.
gross.
Is it that guy?
One of the bold kind of Chilean. I
Comes in all the time and
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
asks
ask for
for
Tim.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Chilean?
Is
He's from
Oh.
Chile apparently.
is it a cap sometimes?
Do we
We'll
want to go
stop
see?
discussing it now, but because it's kind of work related. But we can talk about it in a sec.
Do we want to go see the captain now?
Yes, I
Sounds
think
like a
that
good
would be
plan.
a very good
I want to
idea.
get to the bottom of
Cool.
these disturbances.
As you guys exit the tavern, we'll phase out for the session. Thank you all for watching,
Thank you.
and I hope you guys will have a good evening.
Woo!